I was lost and sad to the voices in my head.
Hello guys and welcome back. Before I start off this vlog, I need to say sorry for something. Sorry for being so inactive recently because obviously I finished college now. I'll explain that in another video. Obviously since I finished college, I'm been busy seeing my family, seeing my friends. We all know I don't have friends. Seeing my girlfriend. I made a joke. Obviously, and sort my life out, getting on top of things, sorting my room out and stuff. So sorry for being inactive. Obviously, I'm sorry for uploading one video per week, but at least I was still producing content and not disappearing like a ghost. I hope you can understand, and we're gonna carry on with the resume of the uploads. So yeah. So from the title and from the thumbnail, and if you just found me on the side bit, it's obviously how I got into gaming. So how I got into gaming was when I was born into a household. I have 5 sisters, but at this point I only had 4 sisters. So obviously my sisters had a PlayStation 1. I can't remember if the PlayStation 1 was bought for all of us or it was just theirs and they were kept here. But obviously when I was growing up, they let me play it. I remember playing on the PlayStation 1. The PlayStation 1 was fucking amazing, right? Obviously if I still had it, I would got that, still playing now. I remember playing Crash Bandicoot. Amazing fucking game. That was probably every 90s kid's child's, childhood. Obviously, I was born in 1999, so I'm not really a 90s baby, but I still class myself because I'm a fucking hypocrite. Crash Bandicoot was an amazing game. The Crash Bandicoot Nitro racing game. Oh my fucking lord. I've never had so much fun in a racing game before. Them 2 games were fucking iconic on the PlayStation 1. Then obviously, you got Spyro. Amazing game, that was my childhood. And then also there was another all the Crash Bandicoot PlayStation 1 games we had as well, and especially the one where it's the 4-player mini game one where you're just like on a little sheep on icing just trying to knock each other off. It was so fun to the point where one of us got so annoyed and we would hit each other with the controller. It was just family love, to be honest with you. And then obviously as I was getting older and they were getting older, they started bringing out new consoles. So there was the PlayStation 1, then there was the big fat original Xbox, then we got that. And I think it was more bought for my sisters and I because I was too young, but they still let me play it, which is good of them. We had Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Amazing fucking game that was. I ain't gonna lie, I know it's like a girls program, not even a girls program, but for me, when I was growing up, my sisters used to watch Charms, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I was kind of raised up in that sort of genre and stuff, like spooky shit, and it was really good. I ain't gonna lie, Buffy the Vampire Slayer games were fucking amazing. And also on the big fat original Xbox, we got Halo. That was more for me and my dad. We always used to play that together. He always used to help me, in fact. Like if I got stuck in the game, he would always help me in some bits. But now I've grown up, I know how to pull off a 360 no scope whilst trick fakey and I remember having the big fat original Xbox. Now this is why I can understand why my sisters used to hate me. So when I was about 5 or 6, I was like, Dad, I want to play. For some reason the Xbox was upstairs. For some reason that's why I always remember it being downstairs, and it was upstairs. And I wanted to play on the big TV, right? And I was like, Dad, I want to play on the Xbox. He's like, okay, wait a minute. So I was like, I was a really impatient fuck at this point. So picked up the Xbox. Bear in mind, I was kind of weak at this point, 5 and 6, not very strong, something heavy, and plus walking down the stairs with all the cables, and I dropped the fucking Xbox down the stairs. You do not understand how hated I was in this house. Every time it was like, they even make snarky remarks it's like, I wish I could play the Xbox, but some cunt dropped it down the stairs. Luke? I'll be like, the fuck do you want me supposed to do? And then obviously the PS2 was there, so we got a PlayStation 2. Playing the old CODs, CODs Finest Hour, Call of Duty 2, Big Red 1, and obviously COD 3. It was fucking amazing for me because I was like, I had my cousin around, we used to sit there play that. I played the GTAs as well. Fucking hell, Vice City, San Andreas, these are my iconic childhood games, as well as Sly the Raccoon, Ratchet and Clank, and obviously Jack and Dexter. Brilliant fucking games, they were literally my child. And obviously there was a couple other PS2 games like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, Tag Team Racing. Mate, this is my childhood right here, playing these games. They were so good. I think I had the SpongeBob games as well, and Star Wars Battlefront. It's a shame that Star Wars Battlefront on the Xbox One and PS4 did not have space battles, because that made the fucking game. Then obviously we came on to the point where Xbox 360 was here. So I remember for Christmas, you know, my sister was still coming around here. You know, I was still coming around to my dad's house. And for Christmas one year, he bought us an Xbox 360 with, you know, we got loads of games as well. And it was fucking amazing. And so, like, because on Christmas, I remember that. I will never forget this moment. So there was three boxes in fact. So there's a box and 2 other boxes full of games. Like, obviously my dad didn't buy all of them because, you know, we know some people, eh? We know some fucking people. So anywho, so there's 3 boxes. So 1 box contained 360, then 2 boxes contained games, right? And so we all had a box. So there was, bear in mind, there was like 5 of us sitting around these 3 boxes. We both ripped it off together. Right, I saw that 360. I was like, yes! Yeah! Okay, this is why I'm single. But still, I was ecstatic. I was screaming around the house. I was going, love you, Dad, love you. Oh, my fucking days, I love you, Dad. It was like, look, you're still a little bitch. Get the fuck off me. But still, so, you know, bear in mind, I was like probably 9 or 8 at the time. I remember seeing my cousin playing the 360, in fact, like a couple weeks before. And, you know, he was playing Saints Row. And it was sick. He let me have a go. We played it, you know. Me and my cousin, we always used to be like, we always used to speak because we always just play the same games, we'll let each other borrow games. So back on to the main point. So when we saw that 360, I was ecstatic, right? And when they saw that, it was like, do you know that's our 360 because you dropped our Xbox down the stairs? I was like, no, it says to Luke, you know, blah, 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 blah. Obviously, I'm not going to mention the names because you're probably going to go on the Instagram and, you know, say the fit. And that's just weird. But still, I was fucking ecstatic, right? You know, so I remember the first game I ever played on the 360 as well. I will never forget, it was Halo. I'm a massive Halo fan. I'm a massive fan of Halo, Gears of War, and all that. So when we, like, what we got with it was loads of bunch of games. The most games I remember was Gears of War 1, Crash Bandicoot, Saints Row, COD 4, Lego Star Wars, the complete saga. And that's all I can remember, to be honest with you, from the 360. And I remember just seshing it out into getting my own 360 myself, because obviously that one got red-eyed. Then my sister stopped coming out. Then, you know, for my sats, I got my own 360. Then all the Gears of War games came out, all the Saints Rows. You know, my childhood was pretty good, you know, playing all the games. Then obviously the PS3, you know, obviously the same as PS2. Just I bought a PS3 for 50 quid and bought all the exclusives like Uncharted and all that, and got it here. And obviously now we're on where we are now, we're on PC gaming, Xbox gaming, and PS4 gaming. So I hope it kind of gives you an insight how, you know, I got into gaming. Obviously I was brought into a gaming household, and obviously I was watching YouTube. Oh yeah, as well, I forgot to mention as well, when I was growing up as well, obviously YouTube was about. I used to sit there and watch YouTubers, you know, like Syndicate, you know, Ant Venom and all that. Because I was a sad kid. Obviously, I had friends, but obviously I didn't have the numbers. And if I did go out, I used to get beaten up because I was a massive cunt as a child. I'm not gonna lie. And, you know, I was always used to watching gamers. I always used to play a game. I used to like buy the Xbox One gamer magazines. You know, I always like to look up about games. It made me happy. It was like one of my hobbies as a child, and it still is a big hobby of my life today. But, you know, that's how I kind of got into gaming. It's basically from, you know, my sisters, obviously. You know, obviously when I was growing up, I was, you know, I had consoles here. Obviously the PSPs as well. Fucking, you know, handheld gaming is really good because you can play on the train. You don't have to set up everything, which I do like that. But I hope that's kind of giving insight in my life as a child, how I got into gaming. If it's not if I haven't explained it enough, then I'll probably have to explain it into another video. But obviously, I reckon people are gonna say in the comments below, how would you get into YouTubing? I've explained this another time, so many times, but I feel like I might have to do another vlog on how I got into YouTube. So that'd be for another video, obviously. But guys, if you have enjoyed, I'm going to end off here now. Anyway, if you have enjoyed, give this video a like, comment, and why not subscribe. Also, if you've seen throughout the video, obviously you've got the social links, you know, to my Twitter, and my Twitch. Obviously, I need to add an Instagram and Snapchat. Obviously, bear with me. I also need to get like the like, and like if you enjoy this, like and all that stuff. You know, bear with me. Small progress. You know, trying to edit a bit more, trying to make the videos more enjoyable and looking better. You know, slowly upgrading my equipment. Obviously, you know, if you see here right now, I'm just going to show you. This is an unboxing video. I got like a little phone thing. You know, really sick. Oh shit. Yeah, it was really sick, and you know, I'm going to enjoy it quite a lot. So yeah, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, as I said, give this video a like, comment, or subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Just yeah, so yeah, I shall see you guys in my next video. Peace.